Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Music Industry Makeover, your Thursday night edition. As we get down here, yours truly, DJ Rodney Ron and Miss Simone Henry, S.A. Music. What's going on, Simone?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about you?
Hey, wonderful, blessed. We thank God for what He's doing, especially
Absolutely.
another day being alive. With all this pandemic going on, but we know who's in control, and we thank God for what He's doing, and we pray for those who are going through right now who may have lost a loved one. So again, our
Yeah.
prayers, thoughts, and prayers are with you. All right. Got a great show lineup for you tonight. Again, the show is being brought to you by Spectrum. All right. Hey, go and get that bundle on Spectrum. Okay, $99. Contact Patricia. We thank God for her and her support of the music industry makeover, and as well as The Rain. Yes. Hey, go download that single All Facts. The Rain for Real. Okay. Yes. And thank God for everyone. FinioMax.com. That's another sponsor of the music industry makeover, as well as SJ Music and Andrew Crawley Jr. For Critical Dialogue. Man, we just give God all the praise. If you're interested in wanting to be a sponsor on the music industry makeover, if you have any product or whatever, feel free to contact us. All right. Hey, spread the word about this here, of what's going on. Real quick, we want to say Rico couldn't make it with us tonight because he's the proud father of two twins. His wife had a baby, Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah, baby girls.
Two baby girls, twins. So hey, shout out to Rico for
Congratulations, Rico.
yes, and his wife. Things are doing well. I don't know if he'll be doing In the Box tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, but if you don't see him, it's because again he's enjoying his new additions there. So yes, man.
Busy man right now.
Yes. Hey, do we have any announcements? Anything that you want to say concerning SJ Music?
Um, well, right now I still have some openings for a couple of new clients. If you are interested, my focus is all about helping you to monetize your ministry. I was talking to an artist yesterday, and she was saying how she is signed with a label, but even with that label, she's not really realizing any income. She's got a lot of followers, and she's
Mhm.
getting a lot of attention, but there's no money coming in. So there's that gap there. So if you are interested in actually making an income from your time and your talents and your creativity,
Mhm.
feel free to reach out to Eshe Music, and we can see if we can help you.
No step.
Okay, feel free to inbox me, and we
Yes.
can set up an appointment to talk.
All right, awesome, and also Music Industry Makeover. We have a promotion deal. All right, again, contact us for $400, and you'll have sponsorship on all the podcasts, on everything that Industry Makeover broadcast on, as well as for those who want to be on a BDS reporting station, an interview on there. Again, we have those connections, so feel free to contact us on that. All right. Spread this word. Hey, y'all! You all say hey to us out there. Hey, let us know what's going on. We want to thank y'all so much for joining us. We come on every Thursday night right here at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So without further ado, we're going to move forward with our special guest, who is an actor, a life coach, as well as a executive producer for his independent films, movies. He's doing some great things, and his name is my brother there, Rodney Damon Collins. Welcome to Music Industry Makeover, my brother.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? Thank you for having me. It's a blessing to be here.
Hey, well, we are glad to have you. We are honored to have you here with us. Again, Rodney, I met him through my wife, and he's the childhood friend of my brother-in-law out there in LA, and they grew up together. And so now they're both out in California and doing some great things. And so we just want to thank him for being on the show with us. And he's going to be we're going to be talking to him about what he does, and also how marketing and promotions, how that is important there in his line of work as well too, the process of everything he does. Okay, so Yeah. Hey, again, you all feel free to connect with us. And so, if you got any questions or comments, go ahead on and post them up there, and we will respond to you. Okay. Thank you so much. So, Rodney, Rodney, again, we want to welcome you. Tell us, man. Basically, just tell the people about yourself or so, and what you got going on with you.
All right, man. I'm gonna give you a little cliff note, man, because I don't want to, talk too. I like to talk too.
Okay.
First and foremost, man, I'm a husband. I'm a father, man. I have an incredible woman who's been beside me through my entire journey. We've been married 24 years, and we have a son that's 21, graduating from college next
Wow.
week. So we're doing a virtual graduation for him. My daughter has her own skincare business and out here in LA. So I feel very blessed to have two very productive young adults who are going forward, and it's just incredible. I have no complaints about that. So I start off with that. But I'm an actor, I'm an author, motivational speaker, a transformational speaker, life coach, and I also am an executive producer. So those are some of the things that I do, but they don't define me.
Awesome. Okay, so when you first wanted to get into into the media, so what were some of the obstacles that were holding you back, or what finally made you just go ahead? You know what? Let me just go ahead, just go out and go for my dreams.
Well, when I was younger, I actually wrote my first sketch comedy as a senior in high school. I've always known that I wanted to work in the industry. I had to wait for the right timing, though. After college, I did start doing some work in the Cleveland area in the entertainment industry, but I got married and we had two young kids on the way. So I had to table that desire, that dream. I put my first dream forward. My first dream was to raise a family. So I put that in front of this other dream. So I prioritized my responsibilities. I waited about 20 years. And then I received an offer to relocate to Los Angeles for a job. And my wife and I, she's a teacher, and she was like, babe, this is what we've been waiting on. We've been waiting on this. And so when we prayed about it and we talked about it, and, you got to try to count the cost as much as you can. You don't know yet, but as I was telling you earlier, we decided to get out the boat because we are very comfortable in Cleveland, but we knew that stepping into LA at this point in our lives may be a little bit uncomfortable. But we did that. And it got very uncomfortable. I'm talking the job that moved me here 6 months after bringing me here. Guess what they did? Rodney, guess what? We're having some budget issues. We didn't account exactly what we needed to for your position. We're going to have to go through like a reorganization. We want to offer you a different position at a much lower rate, but, we still want to keep you a part of the team. And I was like, you know what? I've been out in corporate America for 20 years. I've tabled a lot of my desires for the safety of the so-called paycheck. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just walk away from this. Y'all go ahead, y'all do what y'all gonna do with y'all business, enjoy life. Right. But it's time that we live for us, So I basically got let go. And during that time, I was like, I'm in LA, the city that I've always wanted to live in since I was a kid. Because I would come to LA a lot as a kid. And visit my family. And I was like, I want to work in the industry. And so I just started getting connected. And the only way you can get connected in LA, if you don't really know anybody, if you want to be an actor, is you got to try to do a little background work just so you can get on the sets. So I wasn't just registered with I think Central Casting at the time. It was several years ago, just to get a job, just to see what it was like. And they called me immediately. The next day after I registered, it's like, Rodney, we have a role for you. Do you want to come work on Scandal next Tuesday? I was like, Scandal?
Wow.
Scandal? I'm like, sure. I had no idea what to expect. I'm just like, cool. So, I show up and they were filming at USC during the time because it was a season finale episode. So I was all excited. I pull up at USC. They have, tell us where to park, and they took the entire basketball arena, they painted it, they designed it as if it was a real convention, for a presidential convention going on. Wow. They spent like $3 million on that one episode.
Wow.
$3 million. Wow.
Yeah. On average, they would spend $1.5 million a week. So, so they spent that much for that one episode. And after I, went to the wardrobe and they checked me in, they gave me this real nice suit. It was fitted. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling these LA suits already. It was perfect. So, they grabbed me and they was like, this is where we want to position you. Because background, you pretty much, I tell everybody, background, you're really there to learn because you are wallpaper for the show. You are the decoration. You are not there to be seen. You are there to help the show pop. So know your role.
You got to make it look real. Yeah.
And so I'm standing there waiting on whoever I was going to be standing by. And all of a sudden come walking out, it's Kerry Washington. And she's with her people. And I'm sitting there looking like, oh, that's Kerry. And I'm standing. And next thing you know, she stands right next to me. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she was like getting ready for her scene. There was makeup and stuff. She was the sweetest person ever. She's like, Rodney. Well, not Rodney. She didn't know me, but she was like, how you doing? I was like, I think I'm good. I was kind of messed up because I'm like, yo, okay, all right, this is gonna be a good day. And then, Angela Bassett comes walking out. I'm like, yo. And I always tell my wife, I was like, she's not auntie to me. She's my sugar mama crush. That's not auntie. She's a bad woman. She came walking out. She was directing that episode.
Oh, wow.
So she comes walking out and she was like, hey, Sugar, how you doing? I was like, she called me Sugar. I'm like trying to keep my cool and just like looking at all this stuff happening. But we worked together for 14 hours that day. And I watched how the principal actors conducted themselves with so much professionalism on the set. And Joe Morgan, who played Kerry Washington's father on the show, we were taking a break. And I didn't know he was in his trailer, but I was out standing by the trailers because what I always used to do when I was doing background, I would stop and pray over the trailers. I would be thanking God in advance for my trailer with my name on it as a principal actor on these shows.
Amen.
So I was just standing by the trailer and I just started praying. And next you know, after I finished praying, I was walking away from the trailer and Joe Morgan comes walking out. And he looks at me and is like, hey man, you gonna be good, brother. That's all he said. And he shook my hand and he walked away. And I was like, he was listening to me. So it was all about just being there for that first day and getting out and getting to know people. So that was very exciting. So that's one of the ways I started getting involved in the industry.
Now, you definitely touched on something to where you put yourself in a position to go out there and network to be in the place at the right time.
Right.
And that's a part of marketing, part of promoting yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because again, if you keep to yourself, and again, especially whether you're a music artist or actor, nobody's going to find you. You have to go to them.
And you know what, Ron? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
What I want people to understand is that you have to have a servant's heart if you want people to buy and invest into you. And my first speaking lines in a film out here came from me serving a film project. This was for almost 5 years ago. Executive producer they were doing a film at beautiful Castaways restaurant in Burbank, which is amazing. When you come out for the holidays, we gotta go to Castaways.
Okay, we will.
Bam, bam. Good food and everything. But they were looking for somebody to do a background role for that day. And once again, I didn't really know a lot of people. So they had posted on a Facebook page that I had joined because I knew I needed to meet people and get out. That was another way to do it. So the executive producer messaged me and she said, I would love for you to come and take this role if you're available Sunday at 4:00. Can you be in Castaways? I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it on Sunday at 4:00. So I went there. I showed up and I treated it as if I was a principal actor for that role. I was there before production arrived. I was there before. I was just waiting. I was, chilling. I got there, treated like a regular job. I got there and waited in my car. And when she got there, she was like, how long you been here? I was like, I got here about, 30 minutes ago. But, hey, I'm here for work. I'm not going to be late. You ain't going to be waiting on me.
Right.
So once we started filming the scenes, they stopped. They was like, Rodney, we need to stop for a second. They went and they started talking to director, producer. They came back up to me. It's like, Rodney, how do you feel about having some lines in this film? I was like, lines? I said, I'm an actor, of course. I'm like, I'm ready. Now, admit it, I was nervous,
Uh-huh.
but what's the saying? Never let them see you sweat.
Right.
So my stomach was tight, but I made sure I spoke right. So, I told them, I was like, of course, I'm ready. Go ahead, let's do it. So they was like, in order to do this, we have to have you sign a contract. I was like, oh, sure, I'll sign a contract. And they was like, and we're going to pay you. I was like, what? You going to pay me too? And you're going to get the most important IMDb credit.
Absolutely.
And, you know, as an actor, you want to be recognized on IMDb.
Yeah.
When I came out here, I only had 1 credit on my IMDb as a principal actor.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like all excited.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. I took that. Before you know it, this person, after this project, they began recommending me for other projects. Wow. They recommended me for commercials. I'll get an email sometimes where she CC'd me to another producer, like, you really need to talk to this actor right here. He knows how to handle himself. And as a result of that, you fast forward to now, I have over 27 credits on my IMDb, and I'm an award-winning actor. And you know, I won 2 awards last year in film festivals, and it's all because starting out serving people to build your brand.
Right.
Man, again, hey, this is the Music Industry Makeover. We have a guest on the show, Rodney Damon Collins, the executive producer and actor and a life coach. And again, if you got any questions that you would like to ask him, feel free to post it on there so that we could address your question or comment. All right. And again, he's gave some great nuggets, but the one thing that definitely stood out so far was, again, he put himself, you know, as a servant, you know, put himself in the right place at the right time, going there, not looking with your hand out, but hand ups, like, hey, look, you know, what can we do? You know, what?
Absolutely.
All right. And that's what you, as an artist, musical artist, whatever, you know, stop looking to get paid because you made 1 song. All right. You have to build your name up so that folks will know who you are.
Right.
Money will come. Money will come at the right time. If you have, and I've always believed, if you have the right heart about it and the passion and your motives are just pure, God will bless the rest. But too many people that I've talked to come out and the first thing they're concerned about is like, well, I need to get paid. I need to take care of this and that. I was like, I get it. We have to take care of our bills. But in order to really help somebody else understand that you're not there just to take, you got to be like, how can I help you? What can I do? And that's how I actually ended up getting on the Amazon TV show. The executive producer, I met him, and I didn't even have to audition for that show. Wow. It was just like, it was basically the executive producer checked me out, kind of saw the type of stuff I was involved in, but I came to him with the same attitude. It was like, hey man, how can I help your project? And then 6 months later, he calls me. He was like, I have a role for you. I was like, really? What do you want me to do? He told me my character would be Dr. Watson. He's like, my character is like Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, David Duchovny from the X-Files. He's a mix of that type of character. So it's a superhero show called Chosen Kin. It's streaming on Amazon right now. And he basically said, he was like, I have a role for you. And my silly self was like, well, when do you need me to audition? And he was like, you can audition if you want to make it harder. He said, I'm trying to give you a role.
Wow.
So I was great. Like, okay, all right. Because that's one thing too. We don't know how to receive. When the reward is coming, we don't know how to receive it and just in humility and just keep moving forward. We think that it's a catch. And
it's like, don't talk yourself out of it. Just say thank you. Say thank you and accept it with grace and thanks, you know.
And move on and just move on.
Yeah.
As they say, when you score a touchdown in football, act like you've been there.
Yes.
But let's definitely talk about your movie. Some of the things that you have done, because I like that one clip of Sleepers, right?
Yes.
Tell the folks about that right there.
Well, Sleepers is, first of all, let's start off. I tell everyone who works in the entertainment industry, whether you're a musician, whether you're an actor, the longevity comes from getting on the other side of the camera, being the shot caller, being the other side of the production studio, being the person calling the shots for your record label. That's the same thing as an actor. because we are a business. Each artist is a business by itself. If we were lined up on the street, like a business street, we would all have signs in front of us getting people to come patronize us because we are businesses. So I wanted to make sure we start with that. But Sleepers is something that I've always loved. James Bond films. I love spy films. And if you notice, if you look at a lot of spy films, you rarely see a lot of diversity in the spy films.
True.
And my hashtag is most of the time is Black James Bond. You know? So I had a desire of putting together a film that took elements from James Bond, elements from, you recall the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
From that film, I took elements from that, and I took elements from the film The Kingsman. The Kingsman is a great movie too, because I love the fight sequences. They're really cool how they do it. So I wanted to put together all that and make my own original story of what I thought a spy film should look like. So the film is basically my character and my character's wife. We are trying to retire from the spy game. We want to actually try to start a family because we've done enough. We've taken out enough bad guys. But, you know, we paid our dues. And then as we're trying to, you know, prepare for this moment, somebody from our past bubbles up and has the agenda to come after us. And this short basically shows the hitmen who are sent after us to take us out. But what I did was I made sure there was a lot of diversity in the hitmen. I have two women who know how to fight, because I was thinking Kill Bill. You know, Kill Bill. I was thinking I want some women who know how to handle themselves. Yeah. So I put all these elements together, and they kind of sneak attack us, and that kind of starts off the short. And it really is intended on really building upon the whole storyline. And I can't tell you a whole lot about the villain, the main villain, because his backstory will make you have empathy for him. You'll feel more for him than us.
Wow.
And I did that on purpose, because the villain, it's easy to make the villain just this horrible person.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wanted people to be like, dang, I understand how he felt. Like, if you remember Black Panther.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. You know, it's like nobody comes out of the womb wanting to be evil and go out and kill people. There's a reason why, you know, they have that feeling, they have that motivation, you know.
Speak, Simone. Speak. Man, because Killmonger, I was kind of more feeling Killmonger. Than, you know, Black Panther.
Than Black Panther. Like, yeah, a lot of people were, I think.
Because he was giving a raw deal.
Killmonger's side, man.
Yeah, I'm on this.
He wasn't giving a raw deal.
He got all cushy and safe, and you know, we out here dying.
Yeah, it's like we in these streets.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right, and he's living in, his cousin's living in a land that's practically hidden from the rest of the world. None of the rest of the world can touch them. They good, you know.
Yeah,
right.
You know, it's like, come on, man, share the wealth, share the resources. We out here. Yeah, we need some help over here.
So I was team Killmonger. But that film actually, I'm sorry, I'll say this real quick, but the film, what we did, that's, you know, another way I was able to put together the film is that the guy who directed the film, Dave's Judy is his name. He runs Bluefield Studios out here. I did him a favor, and 2 films that he wanted me to work on, he couldn't pay me, but he really wanted me to work with him because we met, and he liked my work, and I liked how he filmed. So he reached out to me and asked me to film these shorts for him a couple months before we did Sleepers. And I was like, man, this is somebody I want to work with. So I went ahead and did him the favor and shot those short films for him. And he was like, whatever you want to film, I will direct for free for you. I will edit, do all of it for free, whatever you want to do.
That is wonderful.
That's all about building relationships there. Exactly.
Yeah, they say that's an element of networking that a lot of people don't pay attention to. You know, they show up at a networking event and just want to hand out cards and say, you know, and solicit business from people. But what they forget is that, like, everybody in the room is trying to advance. Everybody in the room wants to get something. Right. So it's like, if you come with an attitude of what can I do? What is it that I have that I can give, you know, to others? then people will remember that. They'll remember you.
Man,
Yeah.
it goes so
And
far.
build relationships that way. Yeah.
Nobody wants to be sold like a product pimp to them.
Right.
Mhm.
I like that. Product pimp.
Yeah, nobody wants to feel like that, and
Right.
they want to know that you genuinely like care about them. Whether it's they're going to be a client one day, they want to know that you care.
Yeah.
It's the saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
They know how much you care. Absolutely.
There, when producing a film, raising money, budgeting, how does that work?
Okay. Well, the first thing you got to do, like the project I did that out of pocket because I kept it a very tight budget. But in order to produce a film, you got to have a sample for investors to see.
Okay.
So that's why we knew we had to shoot the short film in order to get it out there to get investors to take a look at it. And the only way you can get investors to take a look at it, film festivals. You get it out there, so because they attend all the film festivals, and they're looking for the next product that they can put out. Like the film that Mahershala was in, it was on Netflix a couple years ago, where he won the Oscar for. It was an independent film. It was in the film festivals before it got financed, to the next level. So you put these type of projects in film festivals so investors can take it out. You can do a Kickstarter, which is another way for people to check it out. And you get angel investors.
Angel,
yeah.
But
so
that's the same way, kind of like as a music artist, to where they're making their music, and in hopes of trying to get on with a record label, pretty much to invest or to get behind them so that they can go further to present their craft.
That's correct.
Yeah, and that's also an example of crowdfunding too. Musicians use Kickstarter as well when they're putting out their projects and stuff. It's really getting people to buy in before the product comes out. But you do have to give them incentives. You have to give them bonuses. You have to show them that that you're really invested and that they're going to get something for their money.
Wow.
We're pretty much the same levels. That I can sing, I can hold a note. That's it. I don't sing a lot, but I know how to hold a note.
Like, I'm gonna hold this note. I don't know how good it's gonna sound, but I'm gonna hold it.
Y'all do everything else. I can lip sync though. I'll give you a lip sync.
So did you tell about the story with you? You had made this one film that you're getting royalties off of right now, and the young man spotted you in the store.
Oh yeah, Darman. Yeah, I do work with Darman Studio, DHARMANN. He's actually the fastest growing social media content producer in the world. His content has over 6 billion views throughout the world.
6 billion views.
6 billion.
Nice.
And his content is based upon very positive, life-changing type messages. So what I love about the work that happens with him is that he gets actors who, you got to be a good actor. But we will get together, like the shoot we did last week. We shot in a penthouse downtown, which he owns, but he worked his way up. He's a young guy in his 30s. We filmed for 16 hours. And what happens is it starts streaming. He puts it out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's streaming everywhere. And the money comes in from views. So that's the content that he's created, and he pays the actors. He pays us based upon that. And there are some additional things that he's working on right now that I can actually see, like maybe a Nickelodeon or one of those networks wanting to pick it up and turn it into some type of series that he does, because it's that popular and that strong right now.
Wow.
6 billion views. That's almost every human on the planet, because we've only got
8 billion,
7 billion people.
Yeah. Wow.
And what's amazing is that when I was out going to a 7-Eleven, going to a store, and I always go give me a little candy bar. That's my little. Everybody got a little desire,
That's right, baby. Yeah.
And I walk in the store, and this young man is checking out, and he couldn't be no older than 17 years old, and he looks at me, and while he's getting ready to check out, then he does a double take. I'm like, well, what did he see me on? Because I thank God I've been on a lot of things now in the past 5 years. So I was like, I wonder what he saw me on. And he just runs up to me. He's like, "You're on Darman, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Which?" And then he told me the exact one, the first one he seen me in. He told me everything my character did. He was breaking it down. And he was like, "Me, my family, we love you. We love the work that you guys do. It means it's actually changing our lives." And when you see that type of thing, that your work is changing the life of a teenager.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
That's pretty powerful.
Like, I just want to take a picture. I was like, with me? She's like, yes. I was like, you know what, man? You made my day. I said, let me take a picture with you because you're making my day. And he was just smiling so much. And just to have those types of things start happening, it kind of threw me. But they told me as soon as I signed on with Darman, they said, "You think you know now?" They said, "We get so many more views than regular TV shows." Like, just think, network TV gets excited when they have 3 or 4 million views for the night. They're like, yeah, 50 million people watching videos, watching one show that I did. So
50 million. Wow.
50 million have seen one, and then the other one, the third one I did had, I think, 37 million.
And you get paid from them streams.
Yeah.
50 man, now artists, man.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That's like equivalent to like with Spotify and others, paying artists. Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In order for you to get that on Spotify, it's like your song has to be the only one that's playing. Spotify don't pay nothing.
Oh, man. Wow.
I feel you.
And this question is here: do you believe social distancing will force Hollywood to release all new films online, and where do you see streaming going?
Oh, good question. First of all, I just filmed a short film last month via Zoom. Kind of like how we're doing right now. We shot the whole footage through Zoom. It's going out to film festivals right now. I was excited to do that. You're going to see some creativity like that. You are going to see more films go straight to streaming. Disney is talking about releasing Black Widow on streaming as well as into the movie theaters. Why? Because I'm a firm believer it's probably going to take another year and a half for people to feel comfortable to sit in a movie theater.
Yes.
That close.
Yeah,
true. And they're probably going to charge a certain rate. It might be, instead of $12, $13, because I'll hear the not matinee, but the nighttime for movies. I think it's $17 for one ticket. It will probably be closer. They may charge $25 because if a whole family is going to benefit from a streaming film,
right? That's
still get the money.
Yeah, because those are individual tickets that they're missing out on.
Yeah,
they just charge the $10 and. Every 15 people can watch the show at once.
Yeah, they go still get their bag. They go get their bag.
Yeah,
but we will see a lot more content streaming, which for me makes me very excited. I don't know if you heard, but the Oscars has just announced that they will accept films that have not been in the movie theater.
Yeah, I did hear that.
That is
I did hear that.
You know how many films get put into the pot now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because at one point you could only have your film in New York or LA. It has to air in one of those cities in order to be considered for an Oscar.
Oh wow.
At a theater.
Yeah, and now nobody can go to the theater, so got to release it online.
Wow.
Yeah, that's huge.
Oh yeah. That's what Amir said. That's why. I mean, that's what they did with Trolls.
Yes.
With that movie.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, man. So do you think Netflix is changing the game or so?
Man, they changed the game as soon as they started streaming.
They did. They really did. I mean, even the red envelopes was a change in the game, right? You know,
Yes.
with
Yeah.
Blockbuster, Be Kind, Rewind. You have to send it back, bring it back at a certain time. Otherwise, there's late fees. Netflix
Yeah.
was like, here, we're going to send it to you. Keep it as long as you want. You know, we got this monthly fee going. You keep it as long as you want. When you return it, we'll send you another one. Keep it simple.
Right.
You know,
They get ready to put $2 billion, $2 billion
$2 billion.
into new content.
yeah.
And one of
Netflix
the films I did is actually being pitched to Netflix right now.
Okay.
So I can't due to the NDA. I filmed this. I did this film in Vegas 3 years ago, and I played the husband for an actress, Patrice Fisher. You can see it on my IMDb. But, Patrice Fisher has been in the game for a long time, and it's kind of like a mafia type movie, but it's been pitched to Netflix as a regular TV series.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay.
that could be picked up. I'm excited about the potential of that being picked up.
And then and you would get royalties, and then episodes be getting paid from those. Man,
yeah, because I'll be a series regular on that show when we'll start filming the series then on Netflix.
Awesome, man, that is awesome. Businesses, yes, AMC just went bankrupt. Going to the theater won't be the same.
Did they just go bankrupt? I have a subscription to AMC.
They are heading that way, and AMC just got upset with Universal. They're not going to accept any more Universal films because Universal is releasing James Bond they releasing it to streaming as well as to the theaters at the same time. So AMC
is like, that's going to cut into our revenue.
But they're crazy because Universal is huge.
Yeah, really, it is huge.
Like, so they fighting with them, but they got to adapt. I think the movie
that's the thing. They have to adapt. You know, and I thought AMC was doing pretty well with the movies, you know, the regular blockbuster movies that come out, but then they also did like special events for, you know, just different types of people. I saw like they were doing you know, they would do you know, limited release movies. You know, some of these bigger theaters should start hosting those the Bollywood movies. You know, folks love Bollywood.
Simone, you are right on with that.
You know, the opera, the Met. You know, in the theater. I think you know, do something different. And that'll bring in different types of people. Not everybody wants to see the big spy movie that's out. People want to see something different.
Right. They're going to change. You're going to see more of that. You're right on with that.
They have to. They have to. Otherwise, they won't survive.
And, you know, they live off of concessions. That's what movie theaters, that's where their money comes from.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they charge so much for the concessions.
Yeah, they make very little money off of the movies.
Off the actual film.
They have to give the film companies, they have to give them a huge amount of the proceeds. So they don't get much of that.
Wow. Again, we're talking with Rodney Damon Collins. All right. Hey, actor, executive producer, life coach. There's his information right there. Go to his YouTube page. Everything that he talked about is right on there. Okay. Connect with him. If you being a musical artist, hey, you know, you can also be an actor as well too. But you see the process that he had to go through. All right. It wasn't handed to him. He had to go and get it, you know, connect, network with people, build relationships. All right. Yeah. And what you said earlier, how you all as actors, you're basically businesses, you know.
Yes.
Again. And as a music artist, you are a business. I mean, you've heard us tell you that, you know, it's more than just your music. Folks want to invest in you. All right. Yeah.
I have a question that just came up. Okay. So, you know, we're our audience is artists, you know, musicians. So my question for you is, where do you find the music that you use for your films?
That's a good
one. And do you ever use gospel music?
Oh, I better. So I'll answer the second question first. That it's one of my dreams to create a faith-based film that pops. You know how a lot of faith-based films can be very cliche-ish and corny.
Yes, very cliche and flat and low quality.
Yeah, I was like, I want something that's going to really hit us in the mouth.
Yeah.
But definitely gospel.
You know what I have been wanting?
Yes.
And eventually I'm going to have to write a novel. But I have been wanting, okay, I'm a girl. So I want like a romantic comedy that's told from a Christian perspective. That's like, you know, that has the edginess, but still has Christian values, you know? I think that would be awesome.
There you
Man,
go.
you just gave me the chills when you said that, because that's what we need. We really do need, we need creativity in the faith-based community. We need people who are willing. To me, if you think about, I also have a Master of Divinity. So just to let you know that.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to Africa to help build a school. I worked in ministry vocationally for 10 years. So I definitely believe Christians need to be edgy. Jesus was edgy.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Remember, he really was.
Jesus was, when he's talking to the disciples, he's telling them, I'm sending you out as sheep unto wolves. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Well, a sheep don't have a chance with a wolf.
Right.
You know, everybody always talk about, I'm gonna be safe in Jesus' arms. I'm like, no, following Jesus is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good dangerous though, because it causes us to run to his arms.
It does.
And, you know, people, we just want to be all cuddled up in our nice warm blanket and just lay here and then go to heaven and then be in heaven in our warm blanket. No, we're supposed to be here working. We're supposed to be warriors.
Yes.
And we got to be edgy.
That's the role of the Holy Spirit to get us out there working on his behalf. And
storm the gates of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Storm the gates of hell. You don't storm the gates of hell by being popcorn with your content.
Right.
You got to be. We need to be the realest people ever.
Come on,
because Paul was a ride or die. Everybody knows Paul was a thug. Paul would have if Jesus had recruited Paul modern day, he probably would have been coming out the Crips and Bloods.
I know, right?
He was a thug. He was cutting people's ears off. He was doing all kinds of stuff. He even betrayed Jesus. That's how much of a thug he is. He was,
You know. That's true. These are real people.
Yeah.
Real people.
Did he answer the first part of your question?
Oh yeah, I did. Your first. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for bringing me back. The first part of the question is yes. What we have to do, we have to pay for licensing for different films. The director I worked with for my film, he had a license of films that he had already, of music that he had already purchased. So we selected from that what do you call it? That catalog. Catalog. But that is my desire, to work more with faith-based musicians, produce some really good content, hard-hitting content.
Artists, y'all hear that?
I want to put that in the film.
Artists, y'all hear that? Okay, I'm saying. Vince, I guess it goes
along. Opportunities out there.
Does the film score? How lucrative is it?
A film score look? Well, I think a lot of it depends upon the level of the artist. Because if the artist is just like when I was newer as an actor, I was telling Ron and Simone earlier, is that I didn't really take compensation earlier. Even when I started getting paid, it wasn't as much because I was building my brand. Just the same way as an artist, you have to build your brand, and in order to get somebody to believe and trust in you, they're not going to want to pay top dollar till they know what the content's going to do for the people listening to it.
That's good.
So that you have to think about your product. You know, just ask yourself when you go to the store, when you're looking for stuff. You know, everybody lined up for Jordans, what we was talking about a few weeks ago.
Right.
Like crazy. They lined up because the product is nice. They would like to pay for it. So get what you pay for.
That's good. Beautiful. Again, if y'all got questions for Rodney, hey, feel free. Well, thanks, Simone. Mary and Wayner, Vincent, and a few others on here that that have posted comments and questions. Again, the process is still the same. He's a movie actor, executive producer, life coach, and you see he had to brand himself. Okay, get out there and get among people, network. Okay, you definitely have to be around folks because that's who is going to support you. And when somebody sees you doing some great things and see how serious you are, then that's when money will start coming because they see that you are serious about your craft. Right. All right. And I totally agree with you. We need more quality Christian films. So over churchy. So, but again,
Yeah,
we
it's not
love,
churchy and sugary sweet, but just real.
exactly.
And
Hey,
talks about how God works in our real lives.
Yeah,
yes.
and you know what? To keep it real, there may be some profanity in my faith-based films because everybody doesn't walk
It's
around
real.
and say praise the Lord every day, every 5 seconds.
Hey man, you done lost a whole bunch of church folk. Oh no, Christian out here, like really.
Yeah, and the main ones who get mad are the main ones who cussing.
I know, right? Right.
Oh man, hey, Kente, you need to have my man Rodney on your show here, man. He has a great show as well too. So interviewing different people and talking about different topics. So yes. Yes, make sure you all get in contact with Rodney. That's his information right there. But yeah, you know what? I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, and like me, hey, I might have to get with you, man. I got this idea for I wrote this blog called The Jesus Hustler.
Yeah.
The Jesus Hustler, and basically how we looked at ministry as a paid gig. You know, you got a lot of folks trying to hustle Jesus to folks who don't really even want him. So it's like. Again, what's the difference between ministry and industry?
Yes. Preach that.
So
that's true.
So yeah, I would definitely love to have some. Oh yeah, Della Reese. Yeah, Harlem Nights, right?
Hey man, that scene is still classic. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time. With the orange shoes and everything.
Yeah. My second greatest movie. Yes. Oh man, awesome. Man, Rod, we sure appreciate you coming on and things. Like what inspiring word that you want to give an artist out there, and even a person that may even want to become an actor. So what advice would you like to give them?
2 words. Be present. Well, not 2 words, but 2 things. Be present and be a servant. As an actor, I'll start with the latter. I'm a servant. I serve the projects that I am cast in. I serve the audience. Like when I'm in a play, I serve the audience when they come in a live audience, which I love a live audience. But when they're watching, my job is to make them angry if my character's a villain, make them cry. My job is really to make them tug on everything and move them to action when they leave that theater. Right. So you got to serve the project. And I'll give a quick example about that. A play I was in ran in Hollywood for 3 weekends last year. It was great. NAACP checked it out, considered us for an Image Award. But my character had so many people angry. A gentleman who was in the audience came up to me after the play and said, "Man, I wanted to fight you about 5 times while doing the play." I said, "Man, I did my job. I did my job." Because so that's the biggest compliment as an actor. If somebody can come up and say you move their emotions that much, I was like, man, I'm on cloud 9. So, and then be present, because being present will keep you from missing out on every moment God is trying to speak to you. He's directing you. He's guiding you. We have to be present with our family, be present with anybody that we're around. Like right now, I got to be present in this interview. You have to be there because you never know what's going to come from being present and listening to what people are saying to you, and listen because people are watching you. I didn't know that as I was doing things when I didn't have anything, completely broke, whatever, no real resume, but just serving various projects. I didn't know that people were watching that intently, and that it would open up a floodgate of opportunities for me in the industry. Even my son is benefiting from my work. Amen. He's going into acting when he graduates in a couple of weeks. He actually signed with my manager last month.
Wow.
But he received an offer because I speak for a nonprofit. I do that for free. It's a suicide prevention organization.
That's good.
Goes into schools. And so the CEO of the organization just offered my son a contracting job to handle their social media for him. Wow. Relationships. Be present, be a servant.
Absolutely.
And be a servant. Powerful. I mean, wow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Words to live by.
Definitely words to live by. Present and be a servant. What did Bob say? The greatest in the kingdom is a servant.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's what Jesus said, right? In the red letter.
Yes.
In the red letters.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, red letter Bible.
That's it.
Coffee table Bible.
Wow, man, awesome. But look, again, we want to thank you so much. Again, guys, I pray that you definitely receive some great words of wisdom here from a young man that's doing things and going places. Look for his films. There's his information right there. Again, never despise humble beginnings. All right, be consistent in what you're doing and believe in what you're doing. Stop. Think about the end game, but don't dwell on it so much. Enjoy the journey. It's I think someone brought up a scripture that stuck with me, and you all have heard it before. Be not weary in well doing. And what happens with a lot of artists and even actors or so, because there's some that they call starving artists or so, that they get weary and they give up.
Yes.
And again, no, you have to work this. That yes, God gave you it's the same thing as God gave the children of Israel the land. He promised them the land, but He didn't tell them that they had to go fight for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I think if he had told them that they had to go fight for it, they would have been like, "Nah, it's okay. We'll be fine. We'll stay right here.
Stay right in this little desert right here."
Right here. Yeah, exactly.
We'll be all right.
So and again, invest in fighting for your dream or goal in life. Whatever it is you want to do, you have to invest in yourself. All right, you have to spend some money. Okay, you spend some money. Because I'm sure you spent a lot of money even when you weren't getting paid, and probably working odd jobs, whatever, to help bring in income to support your family.
Bruh, no doubt.
Come on now. Come on.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing, and you're so right. It's definitely about the journey. It's not about the destination.
Come on.
It's not about that. It's preparing you. It's preparing you each and every day. You want to be put like this. My definition of success is that every day I can do what I love. It's not about how much money's in my bank.
Same here. Yes.
So I'm very successful.
Hallelujah. Come on, man. Awesome.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
Simone, anything you want to say? Any last words?
I just want to thank you for spending your Thursday night with us, for hanging out and answering all our questions and sharing your wisdom and your experiences with us. It's been fun. I'm definitely going to look you up on IMDb.
Well, you can
check out your stuff.
I would love to stay in touch. Ron, you definitely, we family, so we're going to keep in touch.
Exactly.
It's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for having me on the show. And I say this unapologetically because God is promoting me to this. You can Google me now, and you can see everything on me.
There you go.
I say that because I worked for it.
Hey, look,
I hear you.
That's right. Google me.
That's awesome.
Somebody left a comment there. Yes, Mary. Thank you so much as well for tuning in. Again, you all grab that wisdom. Go and connect with them because again, if you're an artist and hey, this is a executive producer here. He is making films. He might want to use your music.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
But
yeah, I heard some music that would work really wonderfully in some films.
Yes.
That romantic comedy, huh?
Well, that and some other things. This one artist, she wrote a song that's basically like she's set to music, that story in Proverbs about the man who's walking on the street and the woman is like, "Come into my boudoir," Oh my God! And the music is just so good. That whole, and you could just picture the scene. It's so good. It's so good.
Wow.
And again, I'm like, this song belongs in a play, in a movie, something.
And again, there's a whole bunch of artists out here that need platforms like yours, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, man, can I say one last thing?
Oh yeah, man, go ahead, man. Yeah, man, we got 5 minutes.
I ain't gonna take 10 seconds. Well,
no,
I'm gonna take 20 seconds. So.
Well,
But
brother, what you want?
A preacher was saying they was asking him as far as if Jesus walked the earth, what type of vocation would he do today? And he said if Jesus was walking the earth, he would be a filmmaker. Why? Because films are nothing but parables. Jesus taught in parables.
He did.
And the most influential industries, music and entertainment, music and the arts.
These are media. Yeah, absolutely.
When people talk about us and say, "Oh, why you do that for nothing? That don't pay a lot." Look what's sustaining society right now and keeping people's sanity.
Yes.
Yeah,
music,
absolutely.
media, the arts. That's what's keeping people from losing their mind.
It's true. That is true.
Very essential.
I never
That's
thought
true.
about that. Wow. That is
because we weren't designed to be solitary beings, off by ourselves. We're made to be connected, and that's what films and TV and music do. They connect us, and we get to get into those stories that we're seeing and hearing.
Wow, man.
Critical, baby.
It is.
You just talking something. Seriously, yeah. I mean, it really makes sense. Yeah, movies are pretty much parables, and y'all are telling stories and with a message in it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Sometimes you think, okay, you're watching something really silly. It's not very serious or whatever. But if you think about it hard enough, there's usually a message.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Everyone has a message. They all have
absolutely.
a message.
Yes, they do. Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, look, we want to thank you so much for being on. Definitely want to give shout outs to our sponsor there, for Spectrum. Make sure you contact Patricia. Okay. Hey, go and get that bundle. I mean, we're almost out of this pandemic, I think, but hey, it's still a good deal. Okay. And as well as The Rain for Real, go and download his music, All Facts. Okay. The Rain for Real. Oh, yes. Again, Rodney, man, much success to you. God bless you, sir. And it's a blessing knowing you, and I'm honored. As you say, we are family here. So yes, Vince. Entertainment helps to escape reality. Exactly. And I've always said I wanted to produce entertainment that promotes interchangement and things. So
I like that.
Yeah. And again, I'm not trying to hoop and holler at y'all. I just like, look, we want to have a good time, enjoy Christ, instead of enduring him. Enjoy Christ. Let's have that creativity that he has given us. Stop trying to copy what the world do, and let's let them copy us.
Yeah.
God is exciting.
Yes, he is.
About God. He is.
Yes, surely. He is very excited.
He created us three. Look at us. We excited too. God is
excited. Come on now.
You got comedians. You can't tell me God ain't fun. We got comedians walking around here. God is fun.
Yeah. True.
We're all unique in his image.
Yes.
God be the glory. Yeah. Well, hey, next week we're going to talk about the gospel industry, gospel music industry, and we're going to have a couple artists on, and they're going to give some of the reasons why they're not in it anymore. I mean, they're still doing gospel, but they're not doing the system, that's in gospel music. And they'll tell you why, some of the foolishness that they have encountered. And as I've always said, it's whether it's gospel or mainstream, it's still the music industry.
Yes.
It's the people that make the industry, and so that's why we do what we do here at Music Industry Makeover, to show that, hey, you know what, we give you a whole makeover of what the industry is supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Doing things with integrity, and we got too many folks taking advantage of people, and I'm sure you see that in the movie industry as well too. And if you don't learn the business, so So
get a mentor. I have very good mentors in the industry.
Beautiful.
God has blessed me with a couple of people who are in pretty high ranking and influence who speak into my life. So I'm grateful for them.
That's a blessing. All right. So again, Music Industry Makeover every Thursday night right here at 9:00 p.m. As you said, Rico, he and his wife just had 2 twins. So to God be the glory. Bless them. And all they do, and hopefully he may be back next week or so. If not, hey, we understand why. So having twins is a handful, but we'll
Big
see.
deal.
Yes, it is. Hey, just having a baby, period. So,
Yes. Yes.
Man.
man, but we'll see you all next week. Pray for you all. You all stay safe. Remember, you go ahead, Simone. Say your last word. I'm about
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good.
Oh, I was hoping to hear some last words.
Oh.
Man.
Well, I can't think of any last words. I just wanted to say thank y'all.
Well, remember, you matter in the kingdom of God, so don't compare yourself or your ministry to anyone else out there. Okay, just do what God has called you to do, and you'll be just fine. All right. God bless you. We love you. Hey, we'll see you again. Peace.